right, this is going to be an exciting race today.
I hope you brought your camping gear because it's going to be intense.
Oh my.
My daughter made fun of me for that joke. I was pretty proud of it. We're still waiting on some people to ready up. Let's see who all has streams going. Seems like all of Team 3 has theirs ready.
I still need to do this for the slate.
No one, your noises, there we go. Speed King for Team 2 is ready. And only Crash Mondo of Team 1 is ready. Oh, Darth's almost ready. He's just getting on stuff, so I guess he was naked beforehand, so apparently he thinks clothes will make him speedrun faster.
I'm assuming getting on stuff means he's turning on like OBS, but I mean, it could mean, you know, taking the last minute pulls from whatever necessary chemicals are required to be able to focus on this game.
Welcome, Melly Melion. Herbie's ready in all caps. He's yelling at us.
Damn. Herbie is ready.
He is ready in an angry tone.
Ready.
Come on, Sonic.
So I've been steadily seeing the times dropping as they've been practicing their respective games throughout the week. What sort of
Sonic,
times are we
dash,
looking at
dude.
here for each game?
I jump.
It's a good question. I haven't seen too many posts there. Sonic 1 times. I know Herbie was sub 40 with his Sonic 2. I mean, Zero was getting down to near sub 30s, so that would be interesting to see.
Sub 30 be a good time. That would put you solidly in the middle of the pack on the SRC boards. So
Yeah, I mean, he was already, I think, 19th with his PB. So, all right, let me check to make sure I can see Chili Palmer's. Yep, I am able to see it.
Oops.
the question is, Perktown, you can see my screen, right? There we
Yes, I was able to see it.
go. Okay, good.
And response was Shibby. And Pichu's ready. We're just waiting on Darth to get it on.
I know Darth Plague was having some power outage issues earlier, but hopefully those are solved for the race. That would be an unfortunate
There it is.
way to lead it off.
He has gone live.
Looking over in the chat, it's wonderful to see all the first-time chat from viewers. This is the inaugural stream for the RetroRatRace official channel.
Aw, thanks, Herbie.
I'm making a heart hands at you, Herbie. Thank you so much.
I'm not entirely sure what that means. So we might lose out on some of when the transition is to Sonic 2 for Chili, because I got to go
minutes
to the
to
Discord
start.
for that one. But we will do our best with what we got. All right, we're waiting on Darth to ready up here.
There's a nice first try.
That's a ready from Mr. Plague himself.
The Plague himself. All right, unmute you. Let me double check my timer, make sure it goes off without a hitch. All right. Countdown will be starting shortly.
Good luck to all the runners. This is going to be an exciting event, I think.
I mean, it's got the fastest thing alive in it, so I mean, you can't go wrong with that. All right. I should do like the warning gif.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, and the countdown is beginning. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go!
So very shortly, we should be seeing all of the streamers go ahead and start.
And they are Green Hill Zone wanting it.
The very classic beginning of this Sonic series, Green Hill 1. It's, it's not too challenging casually, but there are a lot of things you can do here to save a lot of time.
What I like about it is it's really just there to showcase how fast you can get Sonic going, so it is really a classic speedrunner's level. And both of them finishing up pretty much about the same time there.
Looks like Speed King is proving his name with the fastest time through Act 1.
It is a little tough to tell with not all of them having their own timers, but Z Floppies seems to be interesting trying to keep up with these high pace on 3 different screens. And Darth Plague with an unfortunate death.
That's going to be a little costly, but I mean, there's still plenty of race left. I don't think any of these are...
Oh, Z Floppies goes down too.
well,
Speed King
is definitely in the lead.
Has run away with it right now.
Had the fastest time in Act 1 and also a 27 in Act 2. So all of these Sonic 1 levels have 3 acts. The later games tend to have more varied worlds.
Darth has just finished the level, and oh, Z Floppies goes down again. That is unfortunate. Sometimes I find, even though you can go really fast, it is not the best idea, but Speed King, flying through, bouncing off enemies.
So we're about to see our first boss hunter from Speed King.
Doesn't look like that boss is going to last very long.
One of the things
And
I
it's
realized...
down.
Oh, shit, that's awesome.
One of the things I realized looking for this information about this race is those animals have names. Does anybody in chat know the names of those animals that just bounced out of the orb thing in Green Hill Zone? There was a little bird and a little bunny.
I do not know them.
Apparently, the animals all have names that are very, very strange, like Flicky and Pocky. Over there in the bottom right, we see Speed King entering into the Marble Zone, which has got a whole lot of things that's going to slow you down. But with perfect play, this a lot of the timers and so on can be beaten.
And we got Darth also in the Marble Zone. And we have the Floppies against the first boss. So it's not too bad so far. Oh, with that damage boost there by Speed King.
Speed King is pulling out a lot of the things that you see in the speedrun guide. It's made by the current world record holder in the glitchless category, Supersonic.
Do you think he gets all the emeralds?
I don't think he gets all the emeralds, no.
I don't think he lives up to his name then.
Although Supersonic is fourth in the glitchless all emeralds category.
Fair enough. All right, now they are all on the Marble Zone. However, Speed King is on Act 2.
I'm really starting to think this isn't Speed King's first Sonic rodeo.
I don't know what gave you that idea. He's definitely killing it right now.
He's got to go fast, especially in this area with the lava coming right after him.
By the looks of it, I don't think he's worried.
I think he'll have plenty of time to outrun it.
All right, Darth is moving on to Act 2 in the Marble Zone. Oh,
He does just miss that cycle. Oh,
the
is that another
Floppies is
death for
trying.
Floppies?
Yep, he tried to do the speedrun strat there. It looks like he's trying to make up some time, but did not work out in his benefit. And now he has no rings to do that, so...
A wise racer once told me that when you're behind, do safe strats so that if the person in the lead messes up, at least you won't be so far behind.
That makes sense. I just do safe strats because I'm not a very good speedrunner.
Oh,
So Act 2 is done for Speed King. It's got one more act in the Marble Zone.
Herbie's over here judging speedrunners. We'll see while you do.
Go ham until you're in the lead.
I could really use some ham right now.
That's what I had for dinner, actually.
So now the very exciting part where Speed King sits and floats on a block.
Everyone's speedrunning dream right there.
The Sonic series doesn't have too many situations where you have to wait on an auto scroller, but this is one of them. You don't quite have enough oompha to. Well, you have to wait on that block to go up, so you can't like damage boost across the lava.
The Floppy's found himself with no rings, so he has to take it careful through this area.
If you can get that shield, though.
He got it.
But yes, it is a very close game. Everybody's doing pretty well for their teams, and this will be
Now the boss battle.
Yeah, this is going to be the one where you don't have the advantage of things like the spin dash where you can sit down and charge it up, and you don't have tails to help you out or mess you up.
Tails is never help.
Sometimes. And there goes the animals Ricky and Rocky.
Is that like Jim and Bim?
You know what's funny is Ricky is the squirrel. Rocky is the, what is that, a seal?
It's not the Bullwinkle.
No.
Do you think it would be Rocky would be the squirrel, though? The flying squirrel, if you will. Tails has helped me, but he's also killed me. Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship with that guy there.
Now we're on to the spring yard zone with Speed King. Lots of spiky traps in this area.
Not sure if he's meaning to hit all the spiky traps in this one. It doesn't seem like he's damage boosting, so he might be giving a window for people to catch up at this point.
And those animals come out whenever you kill the animals too, like whenever you kill the robots. So I think canonically there's animals inside the robots.
So does that make them more of androids instead of robots?
Let's see. Android would be human-like, so what would be the animal equivalent to android?
That's a good question. Speed King taking it a little bit slower there after getting hit by that spike ball. But he still has a significant lead on the other runners, so he can take all the time he wants. Well, not all the time, but...
I'm sure teams 1 and 3 wouldn't mind if he takes all the time he wants. More like cyborgs, says Crash Mondo Jr. Thank you.
Oh, that might... Please take all the time in the world, says Crash Mondo.
So that's a boss fight for both Zafloppies and Darth Plague.
Darth moving on, Z-Floppy's moving on. Animals inside robots. Because Robotnik enslaved them and reprogrammed their minds, so that's Cyborg.
Meanwhile, Speed King is entering the third act of the Spring Yard Zone.
And they're just entering the first act, so that is quite the lead.
I mean, deaths will do that to you, but I mean, everybody's going to have a chance to play catch up.
Still a lot of game left, and then 2 other games after that, so...
So we've got some lore in the chat. Herbie is saying the animals are not part of the robot, but more of a battery.
Oh, so it's like the Matrix. But with animals, and they didn't block out the sun yet.
So the Matrix stole all their ideas from Sonic the Hedgehog. I like this canon.
I hear that the Bible had some help with the story too, allegedly.
I just liked watching the lobby scene over and over.
Darth is bouncing. Made it on up. The floppy's getting real. Oh, too close that time. He's playing with fire.
Yeah, there's plenty of rings though.
Yeah. That's what I always liked about this is as long as you had 1 ring, you had at least 2 hits left in you. Unless you fell to your death.
I never really liked these zones with all the bumpers and slidey things and mechanical type stuff. Oh, we're going to see the boss.
And he's taking
Once
the
again,
floor.
Eggman just doing different stuff.
What's up with the bad guys and their crazy facial hair? Got Wily in his eyebrows, Eggman in his mustache.
Well, clearly facial hair is evil, Perk.
Oh. I'm evil. Act 3 is complete for Speed King.
Now we're entering the Labyrinth Zone. Apparently this was supposed to be the second zone, according to the level select menu in Rev 0 of the game. but it was really hard, so they switched it out with Marble Zone.
That's awful nice of them.
It's also a maze that's mostly underwater, so you have to worry about that terrifying, anxiety-inducing drowning that Sonic can do.
I used to have nightmares about that music. Darth Plague passing Act 2.
Herbie says eventually you ignore that music. I just never learned the runs. I always get to the first level where I start doing that and then just give it up.
I did like the meme about how all Mario levels will be water levels because of global warming. And nobody likes water levels.
You had a great time with the Ocarina of Time water level, didn't you?
You know, it was quite confusing. I was lost for many hours.
So we're seeing the obstacles here in Labyrinth Zone where there's sliding water currents that's just going to carry you around. And
Whee!
water that slides you around like that. It's really impressive, the kind of things that they've done with the coding in these old games. I can totally see why they said Sega does what Nintendo don't. Seeing an invincible Sonic on all three screens right now, even though they're all at different parts.
That is quite interesting. Who would have thought? Who would have had that in the bingo? Oh no, that wretched noise. Oh, and he gets the air bubble. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't see how this would be. If this was the second level of the game, I would have been all like, nope, never getting past Green Hills. That's fine.
That's the end of the game, I swear. Speed King does have a healthy lead. He has not. I think he's the only one who hasn't died yet.
Yeah, Darth took an unfortunate death in Act 3.
And the Floppies had several. But he's come back pretty well from all those deaths, so I think he's just pulled ahead of Darth there.
So the animals you just saw were called Cucky and Picky.
They really did not work hard on naming those.
No.
Just pretty much changed the first letter of them, huh? Maybe one of the vowels.
And the animals in Labyrinth Zone are Pecky and Rocky. The
Rocky's returned?
Rocky returns, yes.
All right.
But the penguin is Pecky, and the seal-looking thing is Rocky.
Why do penguins peck? Is that a thing?
They have beaks.
Yeah. Well, there it goes. There was a Pecky and the Floppies. It does look like it is an emperor penguin at that, even. Get out of there, Speed King. Oh,
Chad is really enjoying the names here.
turducken? I could go for some turducken right now.
I've never tried such a delicious treat.
Neither have I, but I'm not one to say no. You don't get to be my size by saying no to food.
Act 3 of the Labyrinth Zone here, which we're seeing right now, involves this long climb. It is the first level where you have a continuously scrolling vertical level in a Sonic game. So you have as long as it takes to beat the boss. Or to get enough hits in.
Huh, so it just keeps replaying if you don't hit him enough?
You just keep going up and up and up. You don't hit that boss, you just get to the top. Okay, it's really long. I don't know. Speed King was hitting it, so I assumed you kill it.
Sounded good. Speed King was at Starlight Zone? Is that
It's
correct?
entering Starlight Zone now.
Getting to the top is how you eat him. So you eat him when you get to the top.
Not sure what flavor Robotnik is, but I'm pretty sure it's greasy.
Well, it's clearly egg. Boom. I'm sure it's greasy.
You know, like oil from all the robots.
Yeah, but I mean, he is Eggman, so he's definitely a fried egg. I'm curious, if you are invincible, do you need to get air still? Yes, you do.
Oh, that's just not fair.
Then you're not really invincible, are you?
Although in at least Sonic 3, we'll be seeing the water shield. And you don't need to get air when you've got that. But Sonic 1 does not have all those advantages. You can even drown as Supersonic? Oh my.
So Act 2 has been passed, so Speed King is coming up on the last zone, isn't he, after?
Yeah, Act 3 is the last zone of Starlight. Now there's Scrap Brain Zone after this.
Yeah, so that's the last zone, and there's 3 acts of that.
But we're getting ready to see Rich Chili Palmer come in.
So, Rich, if you want to start getting your stream on the Discord ready there, we can get you started, because you'll be going as soon as SpeedKing.Duns in the Discord. Darth has finished Act 2 of the Labyrinth.
Those flashing bombs are literally called bombs.
It's the most original name I've heard all day.
I mean, you've got things like Cater Killer, Ball Hog, Burrow Bot, Orbinaut, and then you've got Bomb.
Bomb.
Naming Dev was like, I'm going on vacation. Call it Bomb.
And we got Z Floppies on the vertical climb boss.
There we saw the animals Flicky and Picky.
Isn't Flicky a Sega game about a bird?
Well, the bird is named Flicky, so...
It's a terrible game where you have to collect other birds. Oh no, Z Floppies takes an unfortunate death.
How many deaths can you take in this game?
Music Gaming confirms that I'm right about Flicky and it being a terrible game. Well, frustrating, he says. I say terrible. Darth is chasing that Eggman up there like it's nobody's business. And he loses his shield, but he's got 2 rings. Nope, he lost his 2 rings and oh no, fell all the way down. And he just takes a death there.
Oh.
But we do have Speed King. He is in the last air zone.
So, let's see. Darth and Floppies are both still in Labyrinth, right? And
Yes.
so Speed King is now fully a world ahead.
A world and an act. And Z Floppies has another death happens. Ugh.
Rich Chili Palmer is speaking in code in the chat.
They are.
These,
They should be coins.
oh, we see a game over on Darth's screen.
Do we have to start all the way back from the beginning?
Oh, no.
Oh no, that is unfortunate. So, I mean, the floppies must have been picking up extra lives along the way. Oh,
I don't know. We might be about to see one over here. Yeah, we do. So Speed King is doing a very good job at putting his team in a commanding lead now.
he is almost a full game ahead.
Well, how about the other games? Does Sonic 2 and 3 have continues?
I know that Sonic 2 does. I'm not certain how many, but
Okay, they all have continues, but I mean, you typically wouldn't go for the bonus games in the speed run, or speed walk in the case of some of them. It is a race.
oh no. I was typing too rich and I ended my timer, but that's fine. No timers for this game anymore.
The time is irrelevant.
It's true. It would have just been interesting to see.
So Act 3 of Scrap Brain Zone here is essentially a rehash of Labyrinth with a different palette.
I can see that.
And it also doesn't end with a
Oh, final
Eggman
zone.
encounter because now we're in the final zone. Music and Game is pointing out that collecting extra rings will keep you from dying, or will increase the counter time at the end, but the counter argument to that is not
Yes.
gaming over will definitely save you time.
That is true, and you'll be faster not collecting all the rings, but no one intended to game over, so
So we're very close to seeing a dot done from Speed King.
So it does look like Richie Chiller Palmer's is gonna have a choppy feed on our end.
That's why I leave problems like that to our tech gurus.
Because he's unable to stream it on Twitch and can barely stream it on Discord. So we'll see what we're able to get through. And we'll watch it as best we can.
So now we race after Eggman. Bonk him. And that's a dot done from Speed King. So Rich Chili Palmer can now begin.
Go ahead and start. I'll get your feed up there as soon as I can.
Very good game from Speed King. God damn. Listen, if you're able to put in times like that, even if you're not streaming on original hardware, then more power to you. So Darth Plague and Floppies are, in case you missed it the first time, showing how to get back through the marble zone. And we have Rich Chili Palmer's Sonic 2 theme going.
With some editing going on. Don't mind the mess.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I think you can hold Alt to shrink that window up. Saying game audio is super loud for Discord. I don't know how we're going to manage that either.
Yeah, one moment. I'll turn it down. I just switched it over to Z Floppy's audio.
So over here in Sonic 2, we're seeing Emerald Hills, not Green Hills. It's a different place, we swear. And you'll note there's no like tiki statues or anything like that. So it's clearly different. It's got these corkscrews. It's really cool.
And the first boss. Eggman in a car with a drill.
So to me, Sonic 1 was always the game that, started the franchise, but Sonic 2 is what cemented it as something that was going to be a big deal. The upgrades from Sonic 1 to 2 are huge. You've got Kid Brother mode, where you have somebody that can sit there and mess around with Tails while you're actually playing the game.
Or you just give them an unplugged controller and think they are. Alright, I got that settled finally.
Herbie says Sonic 2 is what you think about when you think Sonic. Well, at least Herbie does. I think of Sonic Adventure 2, such a good game. I think I played it on the Dreamcast.
As a younger brother, I cannot condone that idea, Perk.
Bands Alti.
I've played most of my Sonic as an adult, and I can tell you, I was not a big fan. Thank you, Gym Time John, for the good luck, have fun.
So Rich is already through the first act of Chemical Plant Zone. And Sonic 2, unlike Sonic 1, the reason why these worlds seem to be going by a little faster is they each consist of only 2 acts. In Sonic 2, they showcased a whole lot more places. Although we do seem to be frozen.
Yep. There it goes. I know that Rich Chili Palmer appreciates the lead as he had a lot of in real life things came up, so he didn't have much time to practice. So, and Darth and the Floppies are pretty much neck and neck as well, so it's interesting to see them still battling for second and third on this game so hard. They haven't been able to pull away at all. Game overed at the same spot and everything. Turbo assisted internet? Yeah, he does.
Herbie with strong words saying he's going to kill that lead. We'll see. And they both enter Spring Yard Zone 1 at the same time, Floppies and Plague do.
They are just typical nemesises. Nemesi?
So in Chemical Plant Zone, whenever I go through it, I always end up falling. Oh, like, I say that. Commentators curse.
Down goes Frazier.
I am so sorry, Rich. I did not mean it.
Oh, this one, I never liked this level. I'd always get squished as well, and he is at the boss.
Just like that, Herbie.
And down goes Rich again.
Rich has got enough of a lead. He doesn't need to go too crazy here.
I don't know. Herbie's gonna take that lead down, he says, so.
So when this boss falls for Rich, we're going to see the better version of the zone that Darth and Floppies are in. And it does fall, of course.
Was it Casino?
Yes, Casino Night Zone's always been my favorite.
I do enjoy that level, even though not a big Sonic fan. Oh no, now I'm dropping frames. I have the curse of the terrible internets. Now we're back going fine, so it's good. Only 0.2% of my frames.
Your internet's more reliable than mine, I assure you. Wait, did I... I forgot about Aquatic Ruin Zone. Casino Night Zone comes after this one.
I don't like Aquatic Ruin Zone.
It's not too bad if you can stay high. If you end up down in the water...
But I can't get high. I'm a federal officer.
I'm truly sorry for your lots.
That's why I drink all the alcohol. Everyone will do fine. Everything in life is better if you stay high.
So Darth Plague makes it through Act 2 of the Spring Yard. At the same time, Rich makes it through the first part of the zone I forgot, Aquatic Ruin.
It's a forgettable zone, I'll give you that.
Unless you fall. But no, it is possible to avoid the water entirely in both acts, but I have never been able to do it. Fatal Xylophone counting on a 3-way tie. That should be exciting.
I would like to see that, actually.
The speedrun doesn't avoid it entirely in the second act. There's a mechanic that makes you go uber fast.
Are you going to demonstrate it for us when it's your turn, Herbie?
Herbie's going to do it. Unless it counts as a glitch, in which case, he would have to start the game over.
He's taking out the hammer boss. Hammer, arrow. Such a weird combination.
So the hammer boss, if you can stay up on that pillar, you're great.
Which he did.
Oh, yeah. But if you fall down, you've got to wait for those arrows to come through and climb back up.
Oh, Darth's moving on. He beat the boss.
We see Flicky and Pecky run out of the aquatic ruin zone.
Oh, Flicky and
thing.
Pecky.
And now is my favorite zone. As
It's
a kid, all
also-
I would do was just gamble.
I mean, what else did you do? I mean, it's just so fun to bounce off the bumpers on this one. Like, I don't even care if I advance, except for, eventually we got to, I think.
Flicky and Pecky. As
Look
in
at-
it pecks with its beak.
Team 2 for the win. Let's go. Main man speaking 125. He did crush it. Seemed like a ringer almost, if you will. Oh, now we're dropping frames.
Yeah, Speed King was indeed the king of speed. Perk, if you're dropping frames, you can stop the restream for me and I'll just watch them.
Do. And there we go. Oh. Still dropping frames. That's fantastic. Alright, I think we might be stabilizing here. We're still dropping frames, whatever.
Alright, I'm good. I have everybody up.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Still dropping frames, though. Let's hope it gets better eventually.
So there we see the only enemy in the Casino Night Zone. These little dudes with bumpers on their faces called Crawl that you have to attack from the back. The other enemy is probably just to your speed. Darth making sure to get the bubble there. Those guys that are sitting there flinging stuff at you is just I hated those guys.
They were jerks.
They're called Orbinauts.
Orbinauts.
And in the Starlight Zone, you have Orbinauts that do not actually throw the spikes at you. They have a different palette.
I'm always a fan of things that doesn't throw things at me.
And looks like Rich is getting ready to finish off our casino. And so goodbye to my favorite zone. Although Sonic 3 does have the Carnival Night Zone, so maybe Pichu will show us that one. Hopefully Pichu, Crash, Mondo, and Zero will all show us that one. Easily gets through, and I didn't write down what the animals were in that one. Oh no.
Oh no. You had such a good track record of all the animals.
Now we see Hilltop Zone. This is not Emerald Hills again, even though it looks very much like it. You could actually see it from the background of Emerald Hills.
There's a lot of places I fell to my death in that level when I played through that game.
Yeah, Rich showed us one of them.
It's awful nice of him. I'm still intrigued by this Zafloppies and Darth Plague race.
They're neck and neck. And I'm pretty sure they're both going to finish this time.
After they got the jitters out the way. Sometimes you just gotta have a game over before you play your best. And now Darth's at the vertical climb. He's got a shield, 2 rings. He's taking his time this time.
The vertical wrapping climb, where you don't actually have to hit Eggman.
But do you have to wrap? Rap battle.
I've done that once. It was terrible.
And Darth is through. He's officially made it further than he did the last time.
Saw Pecky and Rocky. That's a different game, M&G.
The bobble wrap.
You'll have to buy the Bubble original soundtrack for that. Which is actually a thing. See, those Orbinauts not throwing their spikes at you can actually be a disadvantage if you try to kill them.
Because they got like a shield with their spike balls.
Yes.
That is unfortunate.
I'm no geologist, but it seems as a surprising amount of lava is at the top of this hill.
Well, I mean, aren't you at the bottom of the hill?
Oh, Rich is in Hilltop Zone, so...
Oh, so you're at the top of the... That makes sense.
It's the top of the hill you saw in the background of Emerald Hills. I suppose the hill has to be a volcano. It's the only way it makes sense.
Why wouldn't they call it Volcano Top then? Naming conventions. Just went out the window.
Why would you
I
name
get-
an animal Pecky?
Well, that's because it's a penguin, of course. Everyone knows penguins peck.
Got the quick kill on the boss there, Rich did. Now we get to see the Mystic Cave Zone.
That was fast.
I think Darth is demonstrating how to get hit by every single one of those.
So he's about halfway through the game then. I do like the Mystic Cave Zone though.
I think Mystic Cave Zone is where I ended my run last time I tried to play this game because it's very maze-like. Now, if you're running it and have been running it, you know the way, but
Do you know the way?
I didn't. I do not know the way.
You did not know the way. Oh no, the Floppy's getting blasted by the bomb and gets none of his rings back. That is unfortunate. Jump back in the ring.
Yes, MNG, we've established that I am a quitter. There's a reason I'm commentating and not racing today.
I am a quitter. You should join the Mega Man relay. There's a sweet team of people that have never played it before. Or never beat it before.
I think the only one I can beat on command is Mega Man X.
See, Floppies is blowing up the bombs, and he finishes.
Meanwhile, Rich is halfway done with Mystic Cave. Windows Security just gave me a notification that it didn't find anything wrong.
Well, that's nice.
Very loud notification.
I'm glad I took a time out of your day to tell you that nothing's wrong. You might have been worried about it. Darth passing the boss and moving on. Seems like he's finally putting some space in between them.
Was that the end of Starlight Zone? So we got to see Flicky and Picky?
Again. We've been missing them.
Once again. So speaking of all these crazy animals, the interesting thing is in the Scrap Brain Zone, Acts 1 and 2 have different set of animals than Act 3, which uses the Labyrinth Zone layout. M&G, let's be honest, would you notice if I did change their names?
You could put anything. It's Flicky, Dicky, Tricky.
Rich takes another death there in Mystic Cave.
Now they're just gonna be hooker names. We got the Floppies at the boss here. Oh, he got getting blasted. He does have 4 rings.
I think we've always known what Perk has on his mind.
A huge, big.
Rich has got to be careful. Oh, that's a place you can't get out of. So I see Sonic, 1 life left. There's a game over from Rich.
Oh no.
But there are continues in Sonic 2, right?
Yes. There are 2 continues. He fell into the soft lock monkey.
I hate it when I fall into the soft lock. Like, legitimately. I did that almost every time. But Darth Plague is making quite a run of Sonic 1 this time.
Yep. I know many a times, once you get the pressure off you by messing up so bad, makes the run real easy.
Then we'll get to see Herbie put his words on the line for us.
It was another shot of vodka.
It's worse with Supersonic. I would imagine so. So, what are the requirements for getting Supersonic? You have to get emeralds and get like 50 rings, and
then you deplete your rings as your supersonic. I think it's 100 though. I could be wrong though. Darth,
according to the
with
go ahead.
no rings. Oh, he's got rings now. It was a little nerve-wracking there. And he
The
finishes
wiki I
level.
stole all my notes from says that Mystic Cave Zone is infamous for the inescapable pit of spikes in Act 2 that's very easy for players to fall into.
Infamous.
In the 2013 version, the spikes in the pit have been removed.
Interesting.
Not really sure what's going on with Chili Palmer's.
Right. I'm thinking I might exit and come back, see if it fixes whatever's going on there.
Meanwhile, we've got Darth Plague in the final act of Scrap Brain. The weird, dark colored rocks that remind you of Labyrinth.
But just different colors. It's like they chose a different theme for their operating system.
I feel like they took a note from Zelda for the gray.
Final zone.
No rings. Floppy's making it to Act 3. And we've got Rich's stream going again on the boss of that Mystic Cave.
The infamous Mystic Cave. He got his ring back. Darth at the final zone still with no rings.
I think if you know what you're doing, the pattern's pretty predictable, but that's true for most games. The problem is I've never known what I was doing. We get to see Oil Ocean down on Rich's stream.
I did enjoy Oil Ocean. That's an interesting level there.
Takes place in a massive sea of oil dumped by Dr. Eggman's refineries. So Sonic the Hedgehog is basically Captain Planet.
We're the Planeteers, here to say, looting and polluting is not the way. Which of the rings would you have if you were on Captain Planet, Alti?
Fire?
I would go with heart.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, it would. I'd have all the ladies.
I just want to shoot fireballs.
That's all I want to do in life. They are both on the final boss. I wouldn't want this any other way between these two.
And they both have lives to spare if something goes south, but we don't want it to. They've suffered enough.
They have.
And there's the kill.
And
from
Darth has done it.
Darth Plague with a dot done. Herbie, let's see it. And Floppy's with the dot done as well, so we'll get to see Bleeding Blue begin as well. Much love to Rich, but I'm looking forward to seeing Sonic 2 in more than a frame per second. Rich taking another death. We might have a reset if the rest of this game doesn't go well.
We might. Like you said, I don't think he had the time to put even one run together, so...
Because that's the second game over. No more continues for Rich.
Unless he picks one up through one of the bonus levels. Which would seem silly to do in a speedrun, but at this point it might be necessary.
I completely forgot that I was supposed to switch because I'm not following your stream anymore. I was like, why am I still seeing Sonic 1? So Bleeding Blue is showing us the boss of Emerald Hill.
And done with it. Like it was nothing. Herbie's there as well.
We've still got Rich trying to make it through Oil Ocean.
And Herbie's done.
Onto the chemical plant for Bleeding Blue. And folks, thanks for coming by and checking out the Retro Rat Race channel. Remember, this is the first event we've hosted here, so make sure to follow if you haven't yet.
This level.
This will not be the last.
That's true, and hopefully I drop less frames next time.
That's not what I want to do. Actually, yeah, that is what I want to do. Why did I do that? That's a waste of time. That's like a waste of 5 seconds there.
He's yelling at himself.
I
As
don't know,
every
he was spending a
Il's
lot
gonna
of time
finish
watching JSR running the Sonic 2 run.
Was
Meanwhile,
JSR
Bleeding
doing
Blue-
glitchless, or?
He was doing glitchless as far as I know. But I'm not certain.
Herbie
We'll
mad
have to
at
ask
himself.
Herbie later.
All right, Act 2, let's do it.
Little does Herbie know, Bleeding Blue is almost done with Act 2. Yeah. GG's to the both of you, Darth and Zafloppies. It was fun watching you guys neck and neck the entire time and practically finishing at the
This
same
game is
time.
hating me tonight. There we go, we did it. You know, the other night I was having just the same issues.
Quite well done. Quite an amazing.
It was getting under my
route.
skin. I was
Speed
not
King
having
125
But tonight,
crushed his Sonic 1 run.
it's done. I'm good. I'm just enjoying it.
I do hope Rich maintains and is able to make it through the rest of this game. He's not got too much to go. It's Oil Ocean, then Metropolis, and then a set of single-off zones.
But none of them are easy. Oh no, there's some death for Rich.
You know, I totally messed up there.
Seems like there's all that talk Herbie did, it got in his own head. He's making a lot of mistakes.
I'm going to turn my mic up a little bit because MNG is saying he's having trouble hearing me. Let me know if I'm blowing you out.
Oh, you're fine on my end. If you need me to turn him up on our end. Turn Herbie down? Certainly. Certainly. There we go. We went ahead and turned Herbie down.
So Herbie
Alright,
now in
moving
the
on
lead
to
between
What
him and Bleeding Blue.
Water level. Gotta love them.
But
Because they're
not by
weak to death.
much. They are...
Yeah, I got rings. Nothing to worry about here.
Meanwhile, Rich has 2 lives left. Still getting through the Oil Ocean.
Oh, and the next level's no fun. Isn't it like the sand?
Going down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's the one that's got the mantises and all this, that, and the other.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one.
Which the mantises are
Bottom
called
part as well as I
slicers,
should.
if you're following along at home.
No annoying music here.
In the Oil Ocean zone, the octopus robots are called Octus, and the seahorse robots are called Aquis.
Getting worried for Rich, the Metropolis. I would, like I said, he said he didn't have a lot of time to practice, so I mean, as we get further in, it's gonna show his lack of practice more and more. Because this game definitely ramps up the difficulty as you go, but it looks like he made it to the boss here. And the boss...
Trying for a quick kill. It doesn't get to keep any rings. This is oof.
But as he ducks underneath, I never even thought about doing that. It's a brilliant maneuver. Even though the laser beam is real. Oh no, we got hit
takes the
by the
death.
gun. Got hit by the gun.
Bleeding Blue hitting Aquatic Zone 2.
Herbie needs a. Oh, he got it.
He was standing on the bubbles.
Yeah, but sometimes they're rude and don't give you the right bubble.
Remember, this is the zone where you can get through it without ever seeing water, and that's always my goal.
That's my goal in every video game.
I play too much bubble to say anything about that.
Rude water levels? Yeah. Makes sense. But I mean, that's a different story. I mean, the whole game is a water
Time for a
level.
boss fight.
And fun. That's the one fun water level I've ever played.
Let's see if Herbie gets a quickish kill on this boss. Yeah,
Tails!
that's pretty
Hey, I'm
Tails took
floating in
him
air.
out.
I thought he was about to fall, and then Tails with the assist.
That's the first time Tails
Alright.
has ever been useful in this game.
So, Darth, you glad to be done playing? I thought you just wanted to play it twice.
Right? Oh, man. I do have to say, just watching
Tails
you
is saying,
two
"I'm
go
not
back and
character."
forth was worth it. Herbie took back the lead. Well, I guess he was in the lead still because of that death. But he's... And that Bleeding Blue's not far behind. There is no room for error on either of them. And Rich killing the boss this time.
Gets the rich kill.
Gets the Rich kill.
MG, that sounds fine. Street Fighter 2 is a good game.
But I'm gonna have so many errors in this run. It's not funny.
Street Fighter is the only fighting game that I do like.
So Metropolis is a tough one, and there's zero margin for error. I don't know if there are any handy one-ups that Rich could go get, but if there were, I would go get them.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right, I'm almost to the end of that.
That Slicer is just a beast.
All right, Act 2. Here we go.
He doesn't ever seem to miss. That and these star U's here. Hate the star U's.
Those are called Asterons, thank you.
I'm gonna call them star U's. Till the day I die. What animal's inside of the asteroid? I'm giving myself a headache watching Rich's stream over there.
I mostly keep looking at Rich's stream for updates while I'm watching the other two.
Right?
Because the other two are in my favorite zone. The gambling zone.
This is where we make all our money.
There is a speedrun category where you get 999 rings as quickly as possible.
Huh.
It involves a whole lot of resetting.
I can imagine.
I think you're literally allowed to start from a save state or something too. I'm not certain how it works because I was watching somebody grind for it.
But my internet seems to have stabilized and stopped dropping frames finally.
Don't need no checkpoint. This is gonna be a first try kill.
Oh, Herbie started talking trash. Who wants to bet he fails?
I don't think he'll fail here. Even I can beat this boss.
Yeah, but I mean, he's talking trash. That's the problem. Oh, he's got no rings. Oh, he's got one. Damn it.
I don't think we're supposed to be rooting for someone to fail.
When somebody talks trash, that's when. Oh, he barely did it.
Told you I wouldn't need no
GG,
checkpoint.
Herbie. You
Although-
surpassed my expectations.
There was almost a need for the checkpoint, but I didn't need it.
Rich is still alive.
And he successfully finished the act, so he's moving on to Act 2.
Now, Metropolis Zone is the only zone in Sonic 2 that has 3 acts.
For those of you who are not in the Retro Rat Race channel, Perkdown was not expecting me to make that last boss. And that's a thing that happened. One death.
Herbie's learning all my secrets.
Honestly, me and Perk are allowed to be biased against Herbie.
I wasn't gonna be
Yes, I
biased
can
in the
hear everything you
slightest
say,
until
Perk,
he
'cause
said
I'm actually paying attention.
this is gonna be first try.
Not very good at it, but I can do it.
When people get overconfident, that's when they make mistakes. That's what I was voting on. All right, Bleeding Blue is on the boss now.
Herbie's in the volcano top.
Ooh. All right, Blue got his. Not that hilltop. We learned that.
No, I mean, it is officially Hilltop, but it's volcano top.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. These screws in Metropolis make me so angry.
Did they go backwards or something?
No, they don't. That's like, and you can fall off them and then never be able to reach them again. So you have to like It's terrible.
I
He has
never
one
get
life.
This far.
Rich has one life. One life to live.
Bleeding Blue also only has one life, but still a couple of continues. Herbie's sitting pretty with 3. Hilltop is a great place to lose lives.
Based on our previous conversation right now, Herbie just has scruff, so Bleeding Blue is evil because he's got a mustache.
May not be the fastest route, but it is the route I know, so I'm taking it.
Oh, you have a good point.
I suppose. Well, that's why I'm rooting for Bleeding Blue, because I have a mustache, I have facial hair too, and I'm evil. It all makes sense now. Evil stash. Darth has a mustache too. He's evil. You joined the wrong team, Darth. Go.
So I used to know somebody that had a bumper sticker that used to say "Evil
I
will
see how it
triumph
is.
if good does
Root for
nothing,"
his friends,
and he
he
cut
works
off
for
the
the
last part.
movies.
So just evil will triumph? You
That's
got a life.
all it said. Oh, there's an extra life on Rich's stream. That's
See that, or he's
That's
not rooting
very
for my
useful.
team
And they
because,
die.
because he just died.
I didn't join his team on the scavenger hunt.
I'm not
Good time to put a
evil.
plug in for Overstorm's scavenger hunt coming up. I don't know all the details.
Yep, there is a scavenger hunt coming up. You actually have the 2 captains commentating on this race. I am captain of the green team, which is notoriously the losers of last year. And Alti
I'm
is
not
on
captain.
Team Red. I thought you were
Ray was
captain.
captain. I was asked if I wanted to be, and Rayo said, "I guess I'll do it," and I went. Said nothing.
Fair enough.
I was like, "Captain, that sounds like work."
I feel like, because this time I think we're only getting 1 entry per thing. And so I feel like it's captain's going to be the one to get the final say on what's the entry.
Oh well, that makes sense.
And I
Tails
mean,
got the last hit
last
there.
year,
Caused
Herbie was a
immediate
traitor
alarm.
and tried to approve all of your things so he could get his weird Greek letters.
All right, time for the Mystic Caves.
That were not Greek letters, but
I'm going to officially come out and say that just because it's a triangle doesn't mean it's a Greek letter. But also, maybe Gliok isn't a Hydra.
I do have to say that was such a fun event, though. Even losing, so much fun.
I just want to point out, Rich has 3 lives now.
Man.
Dude's farming somewhere.
Wait, he said apparently had to continue.
Oh, must have got one. Because I was pretty sure he used the last one.
And he's still... Of course, I think that sends him back to Act 1 in the Metropolis, which is not a place you want to be when Jesus comes. Keep grabbing that 1 ring,
Go
Rich.
get that shield.
1
but
ring to rule them all. You
don't really
lost
need
it.
When I'm this close to the end. I got like
The
one
ring
jump
mechanic in
there.
the Sonic games has got to be one of the most fascinating ways of determining whether you live or die.
Are you rich? Then you get to live. It makes perfect sense.
Never thought of it that way, but okay.
But you can be rich, but it only saves you from 1 hit. Then you gotta reaccumulate the wealth. I mean, being rich saved Magic Johnson from AIDS, so some truth to it.
So anyway, now Bleeding Blue and Kirby are showing us the path through a mystic cave.
Notoriously known for its spike trap.
All right, this is where
Infamous
the
even.
endless pit is.
Yeah.
Right here. We're gonna send Tails down it. Or Tails won't go down it.
But in the
first time
2013
Tails
version, it
survived
actually
that
is just a
endless pit on
secret
my
entrance
run
to the hidden
in
palace.
the
So
longest time.
So it's like a warp?
no, I think it's like a bonus area.
Oh, because I
Man,
mean,
it's
that's kind of a
stupid
dickish move.
fireflies.
Like, they
Oh,
trained
I
you
hate
to
those
avoid
birds
it,
like
and now, oh, hey, secrets.
will I get the single cycle?
Metropolis Zone 3 for Rich.
Herbie's
And
doing a
he's got
spin
4
technique.
lives.
That seems like a really good way to beat that boss.
I mean, he flew through it.
That was a really good single cycle there.
He ain't lying. See, and I wasn't against him there because he said, will I single cycle this boss? And, you know, then I'll hope for you. But when you say, I'm gonna, that's when I hope against you. Tails took a dive. Kirby.
Kirk needs to understand that when I say will I, it means I will.
Oh.
Herbie is really extending the
And
definition
what I
of
just did
glitchless,
there,
I think.
it
Going
looks
under
like it's a
these things.
glitch, but the obstacles do not go all the way down into the oil.
I don't think it's... But it's not a
You can go
glitch.
underneath them and not die. But it is very annoying to pull off.
Yeah, I mean, they just don't go all the way down. The glitched runs of this game are quite crazy.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Zero's
an
accidental
exploit, but it
glitches,
is
and they
not a
are
glitch.
been pretty nuts. Spin dash strat pog.
Herbie says, exploit, not glitch.
Wait, where did we get the Love South Park? Were we talking about South Park ever? I've been ignoring the chat. There's so much going on in my life right now.
Well, we're trying to watch 3 streams and commentate on them and keep track of the names of these places and the names of things like flashers and crawltons.
And Pecky and Ricky and...
But Speed King's lead is rapidly dwindling because now they're only a world
All right,
behind.
going on in
Yeah. And, I
Oil
mean,
Ocean Act 2.
it led to a compelling second run of Sonic 1, which they just kept going back and forth. I would love it if it just came down to Sonic 3 and... I know the racers have been putting a lot of work into this, so
Mistakes. I've
just
been
by
making
seeing all the
mistakes.
new PBs and whatnot.
I've raced. I can make more.
So who was it who was saying it was going to be a 3-way tie at the end? Was it Fatal?
Fatal, yeah, Fatal was...
Fatal Xylophone.
For those who are not paying
Which reminds me of the
attention
movie
to
Ford
RetroRatRace,
versus Ferrari, where it was a
Kirk County
three-way
just
tie
made a
at the
comment.
end.
You would love it if it just came down to the Sonic 3 run, and you know what? I can agree 100%. That would be
Also
an
the movie
amazing
Cars.
race.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the beginning of the movie Cars. That wasn't... But makes sense. But can a car really stick its tongue out to get to the finish line? Let's be real here.
Yes.
All right, well then I'll agree.
Bum, 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 bum.
Rich moving on with 4 lives.
Time for a boss fight, guys. We're here.
He turned the corner there
Soon as we
after
get to the
that
bottom of
last
these
game over
fights.
and changed everything, it seems.
Metropolis felt like it was forever long, but I think that's just because it's forever long. It is, again,
It is
3
3
act
acts. And he game
It
over
is
in Act
possible to do a
3
single
last
cycle on
time,
this
so...
boss. However, it is incredibly hard, and Tails
So
has
the
to
Sky
play
Chase
along.
Zone is an auto-scroller.
I can get 7 hits. You can get 7 hits with Sonic on Robotnik.
I wouldn't imagine that you'd want to jump on the ones with the propeller on the top, but that seems to be the way you go about it.
And I gotta go through another cycle because I'm an idiot.
The ones with the propeller on the top are called Nebula.
That, I don't think that's a very good name for them, but I guess I'm not in charge of naming enemies.
And apparently you can't jump on the turtles, or excuse me, the turtloids.
No, but you can jump on the propellers. Apparently you can just hit the propeller guys anywhere and you kill them. It's fantastic.
And the rocket birds are called Valkyries.
Not
There
okay.
are turtles that are flying turtles in Sky Zone. I love it.
Or Balkaries?
instead of like why didn't they just call them Valkyries? I don't get it.
No, they're Valkyries.
Oh, Valkyries. I like Valkyries. Bam, bam,
It's like a half second.
bam, bam.
I hate this zone right here.
Funny fact, if you pause it correctly, this song will do a record scratch.
Really?
Yes. Because it like if you pause it when it goes it goes I learned that from No Diggity. Valkyries.
You're really bothered by that one, aren't you?
It was in chat. But yes, I am. Alright, so we in the Wing Fortress zone.
I actually have to hit this button.
Wing Fortress is such a cool design. And it is leading to the Death Egg.
I just don't like how many instant death areas there are in this area.
It's not a problem if you just don't die.
Hey, you know, that's my advice to myself every Learn Fast races. You know, my technique's gonna be not die, and I think I'll do well. And then
Bleeding Blue is now through Oil Ocean, so we're gonna have 2 in Metropolis and 1 in the Sky Fortress, or Wing Fortress, excuse me.
Oh,
All right.
The chicken enemies in the Sky Fortress, by the way, are called Cluckers.
see, there's one that makes sense. Oh man, cutting it close there, Rich. You know, for a man who says he didn't practice very much, Rich is doing phenomenally well.
I think those things are shooting eggs, actually.
I would not be surprised. I always enjoyed the little details like that you see in video games where, you know, it's not necessary that they put them in, but I enjoy when I see them.
Ooh, that's stupid of me.
Oh,
Herbie's showing that Metropolis is a challenging place.
now this boss is annoying. Not hard, but annoying.
I should probably go get that one up, but you know, short on time and all.
It seems to be going well.
As
say
long
that
as he
when he
holds
gets
on to
hit.
that one ring, and he lost it.
It's gone.
We should probably stop talking
This is the
about.
one that doesn't always like to open.
I never realized
Did open
Commentator's
from that.
Curse was so real.
But he did. He did finish it. All right.
I have confirmation
You got
from
it.
Music and Gaming that they are eggs.
It is 5 lives now, so GG on. You know,
Where's
He
the
really-
Death Egg Zone next?
he really turned things around after that last game over.
Yeah, but I mean, you can certainly die in Death Egg.
Yeah, but I
It's not
mean,
the Life Egg.
it's true.
Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba-da-da-da.
Herbie finishing Act 2, and he's one full act ahead of Bleeding Blue.
Who? Bleeding Blue only has 1 life.
I want to go to the
But he's
bottom right
got
this
at
time.
least one more continue, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you game
Oh,
over, you go back to the
yeah,
main world,
that
right?
is.
It's like the only
yeah,
zone
that's
where
not good.
I don't want to go the bottom route.
But Herbie's got 4 lives, so he is looking good. All that trash talking he did, I guess it was worth something. We're going with Metal Sonic here. Rich getting the spin technique in the corner there.
And this is no matter what you do, if you go the top route, you actually go below.
Oh,
and
no,
all the way
he
back around to
died.
this.
There's definitely some potential to lose on this one. Wouldn't wish it on anybody. I'm not hurt.
I'll take it, no problem, that's fine.
I only wish it upon Herbie. And
You
if
got
you'd
more
played
practice on
D&D
this
with
route than I
a
did, yeah.
bunch of us, you'd know why.
Now there's a crab at the top of this that I don't
That's
really
true.
want to fight.
He's on to the end boss,
Because he's
though.
gonna win if I fight him. So I'll just use iframes to get past him.
I think he's gonna get it. I always liked this game is so much cool looking tech. Boss flying off the
At least
screen,
one
targeting you.
Shooting. It's like literally an
All right.
arcade in your home. And there we go.
Come on, let's do this. Move.
So we're gonna see a dot done from Rich, and then we'll get to see Pichu of Time.
No tails, this could be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Tails. Get centered. Chili is finishing up Sonic 2. I said I was going to kill his lead.
I don't see the
kill
dot
all
done
of
in
it,
Discord,
but I killed a good bit of
he's
it.
done.
That's a weird glitch. And it doesn't save me time.
Okay, I have Pichu of Time pulled up now.
All right.
Look at Tails getting all these hits. I should get the rest of them.
So Sonic 3 is a game that I never really ran much of at all. I've run some of Sonic 1 and some of Sonic 2, but Sonic 3 is... It's definitely a graphical improvement. I'm mostly familiar with the Knuckles version, though, because when you've got Sonic and Knuckles, you want to play Knuckles.
Right, yeah, I agree completely. And, you know, that's what blew my mind about Sonic was when they introduced Knuckles. And
Alright.
it was,
Sky Chase Zone, let's
you
go.
stuck a cartridge in a cartridge and you completely changed the game.
It
This is
probably
the
inspired
music
some of the
in the
early
game, I
ROM
will say
hacking and
that.
such that went on
Every time I play
years
this.
later, because that was such an impressive technical feat on Sega's part.
And the only thing you really see that Nintendo had done similar was you could play GameCube on the Super Nintendo, or not GameCube, Game Boy on the Super Nintendo, and so on and so forth. They never
And
really
that was
made
later,
they
wasn't
never
it?
made advancements on like, hey, you could have put DLC on another cart and plugged the
No,
carts in
but we're not
together.
gonna all the rings. That's fine.
Then again, if you think of it as inspiring DLC, then it makes me not like it as much.
Well, there's a difference between DLC and paying extra to finish the game.
Meanwhile, Herbie's over here on the auto scroller, and Bleeding Blue is still getting stuck in Metropolis because it's awful. It looks like there was a game over that happened.
I would say so. He's got 3 lives now. But good job, Rich Chili Palmer. And it looks like maybe
He
accidentally
entered a
went
special
into it.
stage and then, yeah, bailed on it.
Unless
so Angel
it's,
Island
unless it's a
is
skip.
on
That's
fire,
better.
and it's terrifying now. This is
You
this is
can't
again
spin
not
and go off this airplane. It is annoying.
this is not Emerald Hills. It's Angel Island. And Sonic 3 introduces the shields, the different kinds of shields. So if you've got the water shield, you don't have to worry about your air meter at all. If you've got the fire shield, you can dash forward. And the
All right, more turtles, flying turtles.
yeah, what are all the shields? Is that it?
There's water, electric, fire,
Oh yeah, the lightning shield lets you suck in
rings, or coins, as I like to call them. Coins, I'd like to call them, and be wrong about it.
All right, Wing Fortress Zone. Here we go.
So the lightning gives you a double jump. That's right. Whereas the water shield gives you the butt stomp. So basically what I've learned today is literally every game and every media that existed after Sonic stole from Sonic.
This is a place that I die a lot. And in fact, I might actually do this in a second, unintentionally.
I do not like this boss that Bleeding Blue is fighting, just because
No, I won't.
it's so easy to get hit by that stupid ball.
Part that I tend to have issues with.
But he cleared it.
Well, Bleeding Blue isn't as inept as we are, I think.
That's true. And it clearly put time into this game, so... I do like the music on this... on the ship here that Herbie's at. It's not good, but it's bad enough that I like it.
No more time wasted.
It's not good.
It's no Resident Evil. Director's cut.
Be a big issue. I didn't
close.
get the checkpoint.
Now, you know, speaking of the Sonic music, everyone knows that Sonic 3's music had a secret composer.
Michael Jackson.
That's right.
I only knew that because Darth mentioned it.
He was a big fan of the Sonic game, so he volunteered
I've
as
never
long
beat
as
this
his
that
name
fast.
did not appear in the credits.
Which is weird because, you know, then he did the Moonwalker thing, and
I think it was a record company thing. Like, if he appeared in the credits, he would have had to...
I guess it makes sense because there's all those, like, the cameos that those high-paid actors do, and they're, like, not actually in the credits because if they were, they'd have to get paid a lot more than they were.
So we're seeing Pichu having the drowning music going as he was invincible.
It's still going.
So-
Oh, no.
That answered our question.
Yep. And it is unfortunate. I don't believe that should be a thing. If you're invincible, you should be invincible from everything. But if you had the water shield, you wouldn't have had the drowning music, so...
I sure hope Crash can pick up the slack here.
So Herbie entering the final level of the run. See if he can get the quick kill on Metal Sonic.
And off we go.
Yes.
You heard a different story.
Well, I would be interested in the different story because I only know what
What's in
15
his
seconds
notes?
of Wikipedia can tell me. Obviously, I did not ask Michael Jackson.
Why didn't you? Oh, no.
Shit.
Herbie takes a
Oh,
death.
Herbie dying. Giving Bleeding Blue the time to come
time.
back.
Second
And
I
we
made
all
that
know
jump, I knew it
Zero's
was a death.
killing it on Sonic 3, so... I don't know... Pichu...
Welcome on in.
Pichu's making it.
Jim.
Pichu's into Act 2 of Hydrocity, or
I'm
Hydro
currently
City.
in a
Yeah, Hydro
relay
City.
race.
And
If
Sonic 3 is probably the
you
longest
check
of the
out
three,
Retro
so I mean...
Race. They are hosting the race. I am
Zero's so
player
fast,
2
right? I
on
think
the team.
it's going to come down to
As
the
soon as I finish
wire.
this, Crash Mondo Jr., who is also on my team, is going to be
And I
taking
hope
up
Crash
the leg
Mondo
for
gets some
Sonic 3.
race day luck to keep it all real close for everyone, because it's looking sharp right now.
The sequence that Pichu is in is very stressful.
Underwater, and you're being squished, yeah.
I think I got one, maybe two more hits on this guy.
Oh, that's it.
And that is a done.
So Herbie finishing up, and so we're going to get to see Crash Mondo start. So is Zero the fastest runner of the...
I would
Sonic
say
Boom?
so.
And Pichu's coming in with quite a lead. So three-way tie?
Exactly. We got audio on the leader right now. And Bleeding Blues closing in on finishing. Stop it. Stop it.
You tell that computer. Crash Mondo's already to the first mini-boss of Sonic 3. That ends up burning up the poor Angel Island.
Everything's on fire. As much as I root against Herbie, he did a good job. He definitely made up a lot of time. Bleeding Blues made up a lot of time. It's gonna come down to it. I feel like the game overs on the Sonic 1 were beneficial because I believe Rich Chili Palmer came down with the COVID during the training period, so kind
It's
of
an
evened out the
unfortunate thing to do.
scores. Yeah.
So Bleeding Blues on the final boss. So they're all about one world apart right now.
And all that could change with one tiniest of mistakes. It is for as big of a lead as Speed King 125 had. Oh, Bleeding Blue.
So how far apart, or how do the game overs work in Sonic 3?
I am not entirely certain in the slightest.
Because Pichu just took a death. It has three lives. I'm not saying Pichu's in danger of a game over. But
Bleeding Blue has Robo Sonic's number, though. Rich Chili can never beat the boss from behind, only from the front.
I'll leave the jokes for that one for you.
From behind position is great. The Toy Machine 21 only beats bosses from behind exclusively.
I just wish more people knew how easy it was to get health coverage.
Pichu, why are you taking an ad
$50
break?
a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
How dare
Okay, in
you?
Sonic 3 you have to go to bonus stages for continues. So
an affordable plan and only pay $47.
maybe don't die.
Actually, a friend of mine
All right,
recommended
that's
healthcare.gov,
that.
and now we're paying less than $60 a month for coverage.
I was skeptical at first, but
So
it is real.
all
I'm
teams
covered
are
with no monthly payment.
going to be on Sonic 3. Let's see if Zero can come from behind and win it all for Team 3. Meanwhile, Pichu's still in the lead for Team 2, and Crash Mondo's right there in the middle.
And Pichu decided he wanted to take an ad break for us. I guess I should have subbed.
Scream for Twitch Turbo.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, no ads on any channel.
Oh my.
I mean, absolutely sub to all our runners.
That-
Certainly
that's
put in a
true.
lot more work than I did.
They put a lot more work than either of us did. They're definitely the gem of the show, and Zero's been crushing it with all of his PBs that I've seen. I am excited to see his run.
She taking death on Hydro City.
Oh, that is rough.
And Crash Mondo's there. Crash Mondo is in Hydro City.
Yeah, he has split the difference. So this is gonna come down to the wire. Crash Mondo made the joke earlier that he was the only one on his team that needed to practice, and I guess his practice will come in handy now that it is coming down to the wire.
Practice is usually quite helpful.
It's tough to say. Sometimes you can over practice, though.
I still love the shields. I love the shields.
Smoking during a race. What a legend. You're smoking during the race.
Now that I've actually remembered to switch over to Zero SG's stream, I see that it's already on fire.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time. He knows he's got to catch up, and he is going about it. Seems to be stuck doing something, though.
Was accomplishing some feat. I don't know what.
He might be doing well, but it doesn't quite look like it.
I mean, doing better than I would, getting the shields.
He definitely knows the game better than I am, so I'm assuming everything he's doing is meant to be doing.
I assume that everything is a speedrun tech until I see the death.
Until it's not. Your GG Bleeding Blue. It was good watching you. That death at the end, oh. You were so close, but good job in finishing. I'm going to take a quick break to go Tinkletown. I'll let Altia cover me until then.
Alright, so we are seeing 3 different worlds once again. We've got Marble Garden in the bottom right with Pichu. We've got Hydro City in the upper right with Crash. And we have the end of Angel Island in the bottom left with Zero. The spinning discs are the coolest thing that Pichu is running on. Like, again, all the tech in these Sonic games is just standout amazing. Coming from somebody that played a lot of NES games and then played a lot of Super Nintendo games, there's a lot that Sega did. They made sure to make their games, at least their first-party titles, look very good. I always thought it was unfair that the springs, sometimes those falls back down. The what do you call it? The spikes were bouncy. You spend all your time being trained as a gamer not to touch spikes, and then suddenly you can bounce on them.
They trick you, and you actually need the spikes to continue. Oh, those are annoying. Oh.
Pichu's having some issues in this section, which, to be fair, it's a tricky section.
Well, and I've been in Pichu's position where you're in the lead and you literally, all you have to do is not mess up, and that is the hardest thing, to know that you just don't have to mess up and then not mess up. Like,
I've lost a lot of races I've led, that's for sure.
like being the third person to go and then going with the lead is such a heavy burden.
The anchor leg is a tough one.
Like, I'd rather be second place than in the lead, because then if you lose after being given a big lead, it's all on you.
Yeah, you typically want your most experienced competitor running the final. But where we're running different games rather than the same game over and over, you don't have that luxury of choosing.
It's true. Also looking for competitors for a Mega Man relay that's going to, I think, be taking place in February. There's no set date yet.
Mega Man games are fun to learn.
I hate Mega Man games, and I decided that I was going to be one of the teammates, so there's no excuse for anyone not to join.
Is Darth coming in? Oh no. I want Darth on my team.
Well, there's, so far, I made the joke because Chili said that he's never beat a Mega Man game, and Zero's never played a Mega Man game. So I said, let's three be a team, and we should play the old hats. So the people learning the game, see if we can beat the people who've been racing it for years. Look at that. He hops over the screen and into the next area. Same thing with Herbie's. Wasn't a glitch because there was nothing stopping him from doing it.
Yeah. I think glitches are one of those things that you know it when you see it.
When you see it, you're like, that's not supposed to happen.
I mean, historically, speedrunning has always had categories that were like, no glitches except for the glitches that we think are cool.
Except for the glitches that you can't really stop. It is always fun to watch the actual racers' faces while they're in it, though. It's just the sheer determination, and especially when something doesn't go their way and you can see the disgust in their eyes.
Marble Garden is a tough place. Pichu trying hard to avoid that giant swirling ring. Like, I don't want to be here. Zero finishing Act 2 of Hydro City, so everybody's going to be in Marble Garden. This race is really tightening up.
It is no joke. The brown eye. It might come down to a three-way tie, but we go to Discord timing, so as long as no one's cat runs over their iPad, then hopefully we'll have a three-way tie.
That would never happen.
Meow.
My note-taking took a dive in Sonic 3. I stopped writing down the names of all the animals.
It's alright, we can make it up. You just take whatever animal it is, and then it's got to be a something with a Y at the end of it. So like pesky, frisky. If it's
Frisky
cat.
would be a better name than I guarantee they actually named a cat.
Like I said, we don't need notes. We can make up our own notes. Like 60% of all the stats are made up on the stream.
Sonic 3 has all these sprawling levels. I would get so lost.
That's kind of one of the things I didn't like about Sonic is they didn't give you really the chance to explore like I like to do. It's all about going fast. Chili Palmer's having some exponential crisis over here. He wants Pichu to win because it's his teammate, but he also wants Zero to kick ass.
It is almost 10 o'clock at night and someone is shooting a gun outside my house.
Don't you like live out in the middle of nowhere too.
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes to explore though. Yeah, but it's not inducive of exploring. Zero does seem to be flying, and he just seems as cool as a cucumber right now. Like, been there, done that. I've seen everything this game can throw at me, and you can't shake me.
Oh, Pichu taking a squish step. Only one life left for Pichu.
That's all you need. One life to live. Marble Garden Zone. I got rid of all my notes.
Act 1 contains the most rings out of all the acts in Sonic 3, with 636 total rings of Marble Garden Zone.
Interesting. But, yep, so Pichu did not start his timer, unfortunately, nor did Crash Mondu. The only person who started his is Zero.
I think we're about half and half for people actually successfully executing their timers, including the caster.
Whoa, I successfully executed it, but then unexecuted it successfully. By trying to type a message to Chili Palmer. I don't know why I hit the tilde button, but I did.
Maybe you were saying something was approximately this.
60% of all facts were approximately made up. It all makes sense.
It's all Rich's fault.
Blame me for everything. I don't know. I stopped dropping frames as soon as I stopped watching you, Rich. Oh no! Did he just die?
Looks like it.
Oh no!
But he gets it in.
Apparently, it was planned.
I don't know. I don't know.
God damn that guy! He really threw me for a loop there. I was like, Zero died. Nope, win.
So that puts Zero's team in the lead, right?
Does it?
Because we're in Carnival Night Zone.
Jesus.
We're seeing Crash Mondo in the same spot. Just a little bit behind.
Yeah, Zero took
Pichu's
charge.
still there, so Pichu's behind. This is a throwback to my favorite level that Zero has entered, the Carnival Night Zone. So there's a maze section, and apparently, speaking of infamous levels, there is a Barrel of Doom.
A Barrel of Doom?
Yeah, so you go through one of these things, and there's a barrel that there is no obvious way to get past.
Oh no, Pichu just got it in the backside and game overed.
Well, that definitely gives the lead to
everyone
Zero
else.
and Crash. But he had to continue, so...
Well, no, I think what happened was it saved where he was at. Which I'm not opposed to, especially with... as long as it doesn't put him ahead of either of these two guys.
So it's sort of like pressing B whenever you start in Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I've been looking, and Pichu's playing a different version than everyone else, because you can see in the lower left-hand corner the lives of everyone besides Pichu. So Pichu's playing, like, I'm not sure what version.
Oh, I see the lives in the lower left. Features.
No, it's because I'm covering it with another browser. All right, I got it. Never mind then. Yeah, I don't know then. Maybe there's just saves, because it had 3 saved games on his. Zero's a machine. His back must hurt from carrying me.
Well, I think Sonic 3 just starts with the save game.
Yeah, Herbie just said that. That's saves.
So, okay, so you can just continue from the save. That makes sense to me.
Yeah. And even if it wasn't, it's like, I'm fine with it as long as it doesn't really alter the outcome. No sense in making them play the entire... Unlike the earlier game where they did have to play all the game again.
Yeah, Sonic 1 didn't have saves. Apparently these barrels, where I was talking about the Barrel of Doom, you can steer them, or at least a couple of them, by like pressing up. Basically nowhere else in a Sonic game do you ever have to press up.
So you have no idea what you're supposed to be doing, and no reason to know that. Yeah, it makes sense.
No use of saves to warp. At the end of Carnival Night, after you beat the boss, you can exit out and go to your save file to save time to get into Ice Cap Zone. Okay, so as long as you're not using it to save time, it shouldn't be a problem.
Zero is taking an ad break. What a jerk.
So this is sponsored by Twitch Turbo, where you don't see ads.
Keep that in mind. Thank you.
There's the Barrel of Doom. You get in this room and you're like, I don't know what to do. And if you jump, it makes it wiggle a little bit, but what you have to do is you have to hit up and down in time to make it go up and down a little bit and maneuver it out of the way.
Alright, one moment. I'll be right back.
Yeah, up and down, not jump. But is there anywhere else in a Sonic game where you have to press up? I always thought that was an unusual reaction. Oh, what's Zero's handicap? One of his buttons just doesn't work. Down, left, right, hold A, start. Perg and I were in a race the other day where we had to enter a Konami code, and it was up, down, left, right, AB start, rather than BA. It threw me off. Took me a hot minute to enter it. And Zero is finishing up Carnival Night. Onward to Ice Cap Zone. Very close to the end of this game. There's Ice Cap Zone and Launch Base Zone. Unless I made incomplete notes. So the... what was my notes for this? Sonic enters this zone on a snowboard, but the others don't. Tails just immediately slams into the wall at the start of the zone, and Knuckles enters via teleporter. But ice physics is always everyone's favorite in every game. And this has the added benefit of you have to break ice to be able to use things. But maintaining a shield in Sonic 3 is always a huge boon because they give you so many more movement options. And particularly with the lightning shield, it helps you get rings. Zero doesn't look like he wants to lose the electric shield. The Ice Cap Zone is theorized to have been based off of Sonic the Hedgehog 2's Hidden Palace Zone, as numerous objects in this level, including bushes, bridges, and glowing orbs underground, strongly resemble those of Hidden Palace. I think it's just reusing assets because they were running short on development time, but that's just me. Oh dang, we can become famous. Thanks for telling us about the 3 stars that can make us famous. Debello _. Zero making it through Act 1. And Pichu is still struggling with Marble Garden. Honestly, I would too. Meanwhile, Crash Mondo is heading to Ice Cap as well.
Sorry about that. Had to get my wife's hockey game back for her.
Oh, that's very important.
It is. They're in a shootout right now.
Yeah, speaking of shootouts, I hope nothing bad happened in my house.
Speaking of the gunshots,
I have no need to look outside and find out.
so Zero should be coming up near an ending within about 9 minutes or so from his PBs.
It's funny that in chat they were talking about the electric, because that was a problem Darth had earlier.
It wasn't the
It wasn't the electric shield. Zero easily beating the boss in Ice Cap.
Dunzo. Moving on.
You see more Peckies and... What were the seals?
The seals are Rocky, I think?
Yes, Rocky.
Peckies and Rocky.
Once again, we went from having all 3 worlds on stream at the same time to 3 different worlds. This is the launch base zone.
It just happened so fast.
I know, we're nearing the end, Burke. Unlike most of Dr. Eggman's bases, this one isn't a completely robotic fortress. This is where we get to see the crashed Death Egg.
And they're trying to repair it, isn't that correct? So it's kind of like the second Death Star.
Well, I think there's some inspiration.
Oh,
Zero's
he
trying
had
to do
it
some
there.
crazy trick and had it and lost it.
And he doesn't need to, so he's just wasting time at this point.
Oh, I know, but then he nails it, so no
Oh,
problem.
yep, he did. He got it. I do have to say that even though I am not showing my camera today, I am wearing my RetroRatRace t-shirt, which was provided by Superstar 3.
Yes, very, very many thanks. I enjoyed mine as well.
I'm not sure. I had the card for the lady that had provided it when I'd opened it, but I did not bring it with me here. It is fantastic. She does great work. I'd highly recommend her, and I will post her information in the Discord at some point once I acquire it. It is a very
But there
comfortable
is-
shirt, yes.
There is Retro Rat Race merch for sale from that individual.
I am looking forward to getting a beanie, and I think I want it to be one of Wolf's other designs.
It looks like Pichu is on the final boss there of Marble Garden.
Oh no.
It's
Alright.
not going particularly well. Another game over.
Oh, nope, still alive. Oh, there it is. You got the Drildo right up. We do not have any commands.
Yeah, this channel is brand spanking new. It was born last week. It was 7 pounds 8 ounces.
13 and a half inches long.
So if you're here, your family. Oh wait, that's Olive Garden or something.
Fuck Olive Garden. There's a lot of places that I won't ever go. I have a $15 gift certificate for Olive Garden for how they fucked me, and I still won't go back there. But it makes
For breaking out the 4-letter word specifically just for Olive Garden.
There's a few places, and in fact, my wife got in trouble for visiting a place that I told her she should never spend my money at. So
I think if she was spending it, it wasn't your money anymore.
oh, well, it was, and she was spending it. And I told her she should never do that again. Darth Plague.
Alright, Zero lost the bubble shield. I don't know if that's intended. Again, I'm going to assume everything's a damage boost until I see the death.
Right? He knows way more about the game than I do at this point.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I still try to get the Robotnik TVs.
You mean you're not supposed to? Son of a bitch.
I know. But yeah, at the start of the Sonic stuff, I loaded up Sonic 1 just to see if I remembered it, and I was like, how come I can't spin dash? So I clearly knew all there was to know about these games.
You were an expert, to say the least.
To say the least.
But you can't spin dash in Sonic 1? Why do people play that game?
I don't know. It's actually a pretty good game. I will admit. I have been converted, just not enough to actually race it.
Kinda wanna play Golden Axe, but
Just fire it up right now. In the upper left corner.
start playing it. RetroRatRace, Golden Axe, starring Perktown. Don't fuck the Sonic race, it's over. Oh no, Pichu taking the death.
Knuckles is punching Zero.
And laughing about it, then falling over. Oh, look at Zero smoking like he's relaxed. And he appears to be relaxed, as he should be at this point.
Now, this is a very, very long level. For anyone who wants to do a repeat of the same race, we are sure to be able to get one going, but there's one stipulation.
It's not the same race. That's the only
Wants all
stipulation.
emeralds.
Well, no, he just said you have to change it up. So if you want to do the same race, we'll get it going. And just one stipulation: it can't be the same race.
All glitches, all the time.
All the glitches, all the time.
Yeah, Sonic 1's all about the momentum. If you get stopped, there's places you just can't climb up. Not easily, anyway.
Yeah, you just get stuck and you have to backtrack and. Oh man.
So I'm thinking it's not quite true that Zero has zero skills gaming.
You know, I think you're onto something there. And that's the end of the game.
And done from Zero. GG to Team 3. Zero did a good job, but Zero would not have been able to do that good job if there wasn't some very good play by Floppies the second time through, and Bleeding Blue kept them in the race. Because Crash Mondo is coming up on the ending part 2.
That is correct. It was definitely a team effort. And I enjoyed that, you know, it was... I'm not even certain. Darth and Blue, or in Floppies, finished about the same time. But then Herbie took it away a little bit from Blue. And Zero just said, hey, no, I'm shutting the door on all of you. I'm done.
Yeah, Zero definitely put in the performance of the evening, although Speed King was a very impressive performance as well. Sonic 1 is
You know,
not easy.
I really can't say enough, because Speaking legitimately beat his competition by the most.
Oh, by far.
And it's not really his competition's fault, since, you know, they did game over and have to start over from the beginning, but he didn't even die once from what I had seen. And GG to Speed King 125. He lit it up.
Zero was only 30 seconds off of PB. That's impressive.
That's consistency right there. The fact that he was literally like, be like, all right, I PB'd, and be just like mere seconds from his previous one. You're like, damn.
What?
It was so good. I couldn't. If we could have scripted a relay race, having from third to first on the last game, I don't think we could have scripted a better one.
There were a lot of lead changes in it. This could have gone any way. I mean, Pichu has been caught in Marble Garden for quite a while, but
I mean, besides really Speed King, we had a lot of great races in between. We had Herbie, Bleeding Blue, Rich. Rich gave us some heart attacks there for a while, where we were like, oh man, is he gonna have to start all the way back from the beginning?
I'm glad that didn't happen, but, you know.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, Pichu here is showing that clearly things came up. They didn't have the time to practice as much as they wanted to.
And Sonic is not easy, and
It is not. And there we go. Got to the boss there. A lot of people might think it is just because, you know, it's it's Sonic. Everyone knows Sonic, but no, not everyone knows Sonic.
And even people who have played through Sonic haven't played through it, weirdly enough, to go as fast as possible.
Because even going as fast as possible, you don't want to go as fast as possible the whole time.
The Sonic series is very good at making a game that feels amazing whenever you're going fast, and feels agonizing when you're going slow.
Well, I'll put it as it feels amazing when you're going fast, then punishes you for thus going fast. Because you'll get slapped by the slicers, or you'll get... There's always something that's gonna hit you when you're going fast. But it wants you to go fast because, you know, you can go that fast.
I feel like I've been watching the same thing on both streams for a little while. Crash Mondo is just in this confusing area, but finally makes it to an Eggman.
After 3 minutes of being in that area, but seems to be making fast work of Eggman.
Oh, for sure.
And Pichu got squished again. Still in the marble zone, so...
And the frustrating thing is Pichu did make it to the final boss of Marble Zone. Like, there was only 1 or 2 hits left. And then had to do it all over again. But I mean, I've been there. Race nerves can make everything difficult. Even things that you're really good at. Normally.
Yeah, and on top of that, Pichu was another one that didn't get a lot of chance to practice beforehand. There was a joke going in there that the the Team 2 should be the IRL gets in the way of things team. And so... And it's such a shame, because, you know, no one wants to come in last ever.
Oh, but I've come in last in many races.
That's true. You know, it's better to come in last than to not try at all.
Absolutely. I don't care how good you are at a game. Race nerves can kill.
Yeah, there's... I find it's either 2 things that'll happen. You'll practice really well, and then come race time, you'll do terrible. I guess it's 3, because you could always do terrible practicing and then do terrible in the race. But then there's that rare time where you're like, I can't put it together during practice, then the race comes around and you got that race time magic, though.
We have Crash Mondo up here on the final boss.
Things are looking good for Crash. Crash was another one who was not able to finish until right up next to the end of the time period here. So it is good to see him finishing.
Oh yeah, and we will stay here until
Yeah, we ain't
as long
going
as she
nowhere.
wants to keep going, we'll keep going.
We got nothing to do.
So Crash Mondo gets through it.
He's gonna be done for second place. I mean, it's tough to see. Zero just crushed it though.
Let's not pause the game by accident.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for the GG's, guys, over in RetroRatRace. And done. Alright. Looks like P2 time is struggling on marble.
Yeah, this was quite an exciting race, and Peach was doing a pretty good job. Do any of the finishers want to jump in and
For hanging out. Thank you.
save us from some of our commentating? Because I'm not sure what's going on in Sonic 3 at all.
It's a good time.
Yeah, we really blew our wads early on with our knowledge, and it wasn't even that much. So anyone else who wants to come and join in commentary, go right ahead. In fact, if Zero, I'd like to see you come in. I would hear, like, because
Give us a
you were
post-mortem of that run, because that was impressive.
you were cool as a cucumber, smoking cigarettes in between time. Like, it's like you had things planned out almost. I'd like to hear from you.
Hello, guys.
Herbie?
Oh, it's Herbie.
God dang it. No, but great job, Herbie, even though I rooted against you. 100% great job.
Hey, I could have done better, but
You could have. You seem to struggle. You seem to struggle early on.
That lead, and I did my best to do it.
And you did a great job, but early on, you seemed to be making a lot of dumb mistakes. Because you were getting mad.
Just early on, I was doing it the whole freaking race.
I mean,
You just
early
noticed it
on.
the start.
Early on, you were yelling at yourself. That's when I was noticing, like, hey.
But the reason I was madder about those early ones are those were the things that I had practiced the most. So those hurt the most.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because clearly you're gonna play the first things most because
And they
get
were
them the
stupid
fastest.
mistakes. There were things that were easy to avoid. It's not like I was trying anything frame perfect, but they were just silly mistakes. Zero, welcome in. How does it feel to bring your team to the victory, buddy?
I did not see that coming.
Are your shoulders tired?
No.
Good lord, my friend, just watching you play, just as cool as a cucumber, even taking smoke breaks, I was amazed. It was like you didn't even care,
Crush
did you
has
seem
been
like
dying
it?
there a good bit with the spikes that come down and crush Sonic. As a kid, I hated that. I legitimately hated those falling spikes. Sorry to break the whole strain of conversation.
Now, I do have to say, I am very pleased with how everything turned out with that, minus the whole frame dropping that went on for most of Rich's Sonic 2 run. But it really seemed like the game over helped out the team that didn't have a lot of time to practice. And then it just, once it came down to it, those who did practice, it shone through.
So, what would you say is the most challenging part of a Sonic 3 run?
I don't know, man. I would say maybe the what the heck do they call it? Subpixels. They just get you everywhere. I mean, and you can't control it. Accidental glitches. Like there's stuff that you have zero control of, as far as I'm aware. I just started running it, so. But as far as I'm aware, it's those little subpixels and all the weird stuff that happens. That just you have to figure out how to compensate for it, I guess.
Yeah, the thing with the subpixels are, it's like you do control them, but they're smaller than a pixel of difference on the screen, so you got no way of knowing what their value is until they screw you over.
Like, so there's a few places where you know where to avoid them, but there's other places you get them and you're like, oh, that's a new one.
So, by subpixels, what happens when you encounter them?
So in Ice Cap, you saw where I got like stuck in the loop at the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a subpixel. It just like stops you dead in your tracks and no momentum, just done.
Hello, friends.
Welcome in,
Greetings,
Crash.
Crash. So it's like the equivalent of the like the dead zones in Castlevania, where if you try to jump in that area, you literally can't jump. Is that what you're saying?
It's like that, but it's unpredictable.
Except for in Castlevania, yeah, I got it. You know exactly where those pixels are, and you don't avoid them. So these are just random.
Also, these are small. Like the thing is it's like your location on the screen, but smaller than what can be portrayed as a pixel. So you can have the exact same image on screen and it worked fine, and the exact same image on screen and it stops you.
That is rough.
So in like Castlevania and Super Mario Brothers, which also, I mean, most games have subpixel issues. There's ways to reset your subpixels. Is that the case in Sonic also? Like set it to a known value? I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either. I was lucky enough in this run that I did not encounter subpixel issues. And the parts of it you will see it the most are those loops, where you go through it and you just stop, like at the base of the loop or at the top of the loop. The place where I encountered them the most is Chemical Plant, or the Chemical Zone, whatever it's called.
Metropolis?
I think I played the game enough. No, Chemical, the second zone in Sonic 2.
No, he ran Sonic 2.
And that's where in practice I've run into him, and it sucks. Like there was a practice run I did the other day where there's like 3 of those loops in a row. I hit a bad subpixel on the first loop, I hit a bad subpixel on the second loop, and I hit a bad one on the third loop too, and it was like, really?
Or where you get like stuck upside down inside of the stuff, inside of the loops, Herbie.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that happen.
I love the loops as a mechanic in the game, but they have some issues.
Man, you have to be amazed with what they've done. The fact that they have some issues, I suppose we can forgive them.
I mean, every game has issues. I mean, I love Battletoads, and that game's got some issues.
Old Battletoads.
And I would ask if you want to defend your Battletoads title in the Retro Rat Race, but I don't feel like racing it again, to be honest. I love the game. I can actually I find playing that game relaxing, which is weird to most people. But I don't want to race it. That puts anxiety on like having to beat the Rat Race, which, by the way, our name for our race group came from
Battletoads.
The Rat Race level of Battletoads. That's where the inspiration for Retro Rat Race came
squished
from.
himself again. Poor
Pichu.
Pichu.
The squish is just... I've seen that a lot of times tonight.
I do want to take this time to go ahead and once again promote the scavenger hunt that is going on. I do know that Red Team has more participants than Green Team at this point, because currently the only 2 people in Green Team is myself and Superstars. So, if you get a chance, take yourself on over to Overswarm's Discord. There's a spot where it is join a team something. One moment, let me take a look to give you the actual verbiage.
You mind giving a quick rundown of what this is? Like how...
I definitely will. One moment here about... So you go to request to join a team, and last year it was a week-long event where you had a list of games and a list of things that you had to find within the game, and while playing the game you had to get screenshots while streaming of the things on the list. So you could either, take the time to watch a streamer do this and then take the screenshots, which was a huge part of what Herbie and I did.
Teamed up a lot last year on this, where he was playing the game. I've got the Google Docs up with all of the objectives to find, and I just screenshot as he's playing, and it was a lot of fun. For instance, one of the things that was on the list was 10 enemies on the screen at one time. And for that one, there were multiple places that you could find 10 enemies on the screen at one time. And there were several games, like one you could do it on Legend of Zelda, where you just get the ghost in the graveyard on the screen. or you go into some of the dungeons.
Or it was like a bird, and you literally had to go through and find all the birds in a single game, which I don't think is going to be the same thing this time. I think there's going to be only one input for each thing this time. But I could be wrong. So far, Red Team has a lot more entries than we do.
Or did I actually
Just
manage
keep
to
in
recruit some
mind
people
that-
to red?
Captain Caveman's red.
Also, keep in mind, just because the team has more players does not mean that they'll
Well-
necessarily be ahead. Different people have different amount of time they can spend on the scavenger hunt. So you could have a team with like 10
Well,
different people who can only put a
Herbie
few
hasn't
hours
joined a
week.
team yet,
Lucky you seem like you want to join a team.
right?
Also, Green Team.
Green Team's
So
best
also
team.
Blue Team. So we have a red, green, and blue for RGB.
RetroRatRace colors, right?
Denied. It's Christmas colors. But it is a
Oh,
lot
those
of
three
fun
colors,
just
you can pick up any color you want. Well,
because last year they
As far as
had
Horizon
one where it was people playing baseball, and they allowed me playing 2-player on Battletoads, swinging and hitting the helmet, or actually missing. That's playing Battletoads.
I thought it
So,
was
I mean,
hitting the snowball coming from the snowman.
no,
Yeah,
it was
correct myself. RetroRatRace is red, blue, and yellow. Had to look at my shirt.
Ooh, the fourth color.
Oh, I forgot to put my shirt on for this. Oh well.
I wore my.
I do have to give some thanks out to Superstars. The shirts are really nice.
Yeah.
Shirtless Crash. Let's go, dude.
He's naked.
You said you forgot to put your shirt on. I don't know.
Crash fans.
Crash only.
Oh
fans.
Only crashes.
Oh my. There is an NC-17 film called Crash. Oh,
Well,
he gets
in all
squished
reality-
again.
While his team didn't win, I do think Speed King is the MVP of this race.
He didn't die. on that
His run
round
was
one.
insane.
That was nuts.
Right, we're just like, all right, well, he's almost gonna die here.
didn't.
Nope, he didn't die.
It also didn't hurt that the other two people playing that game came over in Labyrinth Zone. Like, that is such a late time in the game to get a game over.
But on top of that,
Like-
he was already like done with the game when the game over. He was that
Yeah, he
far
was,
ahead.
Like,
He crushed them, and it was like his run and Zero's run were probably on par with each other.
I don't know. I don't remember Speed King making very many mistakes.
I was gonna say, if you want to put it on like speedrun terms, his killed mine.
He made a few
Like,
mistakes.
if you want to put it like as far as like maybe percentage on a leaderboard, like, and that leaderboard's way bigger than the Sonic 3 leaderboard. Nobody runs that. It's terrible.
But legitimately, there was a couple times where I did mention that he had taken some damage that he didn't mean to,
but
but
also, keep in mind, he's not used to running Sonic 1 glitchless. He found out he realized it was glitchless like a week ago.
that I was unaware of. But nonetheless, he crushed it. And there's a couple times where I'm like, all right, well, he took some damage here, and I can see that he's being more patient around the iron balls and whatnot. So there's a few times where he had made some mistakes, but there weren't many. And like I was like, all right, he might die here, and then oh no, he didn't.
So, I got a question for Zero and for Crash.
Yes.
You being the last player in the relay, did you feel like you had extra pressure on you than what you would if you were playing one of the earlier games?
No. Going into it, I knew Zero was gonna catch me. I knew the
going into it wasn't gonna be enough. So I was just running my own race at that, already. Mostly just trying to not die and make as few mistakes as possible and make it as clean a run. Try to make it close, which... I think I got two within the same world. Zero, did you finish the boss before I got to launch base? I don't remember looking over at that point.
You were on launch base when he was finishing.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that to me is a win. And I'm really mad that I forgot to get the timer started, so I have no idea how fast that was. I guess I can estimate based on when you got done and when I did.
You can also go, if you really want to, you can go back and check your bot.
Or my
yeah,
bot.
that's true. I forgot to record it though too, so I'd have to actually download the thing. Or I guess I can estimate just watching it on Twitch.
You can upload it to YouTube and use a YouTube frame counter, which is better than Twitch frame counters.
Yeah.
Is it really? I didn't realize that Twitch did a frame count.
Yeah, they don't.
But the real question is,
frame count on YouTube.
The real question is asking Pichu if it changed, because Pichu was in the lead going into Sonic 3.
Honestly, I'm hoping at this point that Pichu doesn't have any pressure on him, because honestly, he's running his own game now. Like
right now, he shouldn't, but initially going in, that's the real question.
Oh, IPB, 2 minutes. Yay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Congratulations, man.
Well, it reminds me of the DuckTales race. It's like, hey, I PB'd by like 30 seconds and lost by like 2 minutes. I PB'd but lost by 2 minutes.
The guy who
learned
beat
to race
you
mortals. That's all I gotta say.
Like, well, like fantastic. But yeah, keep going, Pichu. You got this. Sooner
What
or
was your
later.
question about being stressed, though, Herbie? Yeah, because I knew we were like behind by a lot with Chu. I didn't know how he was gonna do, and then I know Crash and I are similarly even. You know what I mean? And I didn't know the gap between when he started and when I started, so I didn't know if I was gonna be able to catch up or not. Or if Chu was going to be so far ahead by that point, if I was going to be able to catch up or not. I knew what time to
sure
expect,
how much
roughly.
of a gap we had.
Was there like tricks that you were going to try if you were further behind?
Well, my big problem with those, I tried everything. But I kept hitting the C button. So my C button on my controller is broken. It broke like 20 minutes before the race started.
Oh God!
So the controller I've been using, I took a 5-minute break. I was streaming before it. I was doing some practice. Took a break. Came back upstairs. My controller just didn't work. I said, "Oh well, that's awesome. Good thing I bought a second one." So I went downstairs,
game
second one out of the
over.
box, and the C button just doesn't work on it. Brand new out of the box.
Oh.
And I use the C button. I'm a C button guy. So
Well, yeah, I mean, so
switch. It was a little rough.
So for the viewers out there that don't know about this, the mechanics for the dash is you have to press button, like up to, I think it's up to 6, right? 6 charges. You can charge it up to 6 times to get 100%. And but they have to be different buttons in sequence. So what a lot of speedrunners will do is they'll scroll past A, B, C, B, A, B to get 6 or 7 button presses to get a full charge for their dashes, and so
I'm not sure about the mechanic on Sonic 3, but I know in Sonic 2, what happens is the faster your spin dash is, the faster it decelerates. So you'll do the piano style of all 3 buttons, so that you actually get all 3 button presses in faster. Because if you don't do it extremely fast, you lose momentum. So if you just press your A button 6 times, well,
yeah,
if you're only hitting one button, you can only hit one button so fast.
Well, what you do in Sonic 3 to keep your momentum is you'll see runners do a jump right after the dash. That will keep your momentum going. I think the mechanic's largely the same otherwise, but yeah.
Yeah, so even in Sonic 2, it does the same thing.
If he's running and not rolling, he won't lose speed. But if he's rolling, he'll start to lose speed after your spin dash. So that's why you try to do like a spin dash, like underneath something where you can bonk your head on. And that way you keep all that super fast speed from your charged spin dash, and then you'll keep it with your running momentum as opposed to losing it while you're rolling.
It's way more than I care to remember.
But you can't, back to the buttons when we were talking about, you can't get good button presses in to not lose some of your charge with 2 buttons. Like you need all 3 of them on the Sega controller.
I actually don't have a Sega controller, so I'm using an Xbox controller, and I just have to. I just go back and forth. Yeah, it still works. I just go back and forth really quick to get my full back.
Sarah, did your Mega EverDrive come in?
Not yet.
You're still playing on hardware, right?
Say again?
You're still playing on hardware.
Yeah, I'm still playing on this old Sega Genesis with the Sonic 3 cart, dude.
Awesome. I actually played on the Mega Drive, but I do have a Sonic 2 cart with me. And
I have it right next to me.
I did send your message to him. He says I think he's gonna do the forfeit.
Pichu is in quite a bit of pain. Tendinitis is acting up, and listen, that was quite an impressive effort to put through.
Yeah,
if it were
I
me,
agree
I would have
100%.
thrown in the towel a long time ago. So that was impressive.
I probably would have thrown in the towel as soon as.
Marble Gardens, I consider, like, if you don't know the optimal path thing, it can be pretty rough.
GG.
And if you were in pain, it just makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, when we were doing our Contra runs, at the end of it, that game screwed with my shoulder.
With your all the way up your arm, straight to your shoulder. I mean, I definitely was having a lot of wrist pain.
Like when you're really doing those button mashes, you're using your entire arm to slam down on that.
All right. Well, GG to all the runners. It was a great race. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. GG to Alti being my co-partner here, even though I left him a few times and he had to be solo. Yeah, right. Wife guy was yelling at me on text message. I had to run away. Yeah. I am not looking forward to it, but I am competing. I am competing in the worst, but also remember that there is the scavenger hunt in Overstorms. Green team, red team, join whatever. I'll hate you if you're on the red team, but that's fine. Well, no, I was the one that joined the red team last time because I was so mad at Herbie trying to give all away the points. But, we might as well. So until we see you again, this is goodbye.